Hi, and welcome to my beginner series. Today we'll be practicing postures where the leg is in a neutral position. So just to show you what I mean by that, when you stand normally and the knees and the toes face forward, the leg is neutral. And then as I start to rotate it out, this is external rotation. So the hip class will focus on this, and today we'll be focusing on the neutral rotation. So we'll actually start in Shavasana today. So that's flat on the back, legs will be hips distance apart, feet can just splay out comfortably, and then arms by the sides, palms facing up, and eyes closed. And as you lay here, just start to notice your breath. Notice what moves on the inhalation, what's expanding. And on the exhalation, notice what contracts. As you focus on the breath, you may notice that it starts to slow down. Maybe the length of the inhales and exhales gets longer. And as the breath slows down, maybe the muscles start to relax and soften. On the next inhale, hug the knees into the chest. You can grab behind the thighs or around the shins here. Maybe you rock from side to side. You can feel a little massage in the back when you do that. And if you're rocking, come back to center. Keep the right knee hugged in, extend the left leg straight out onto the mat. Keep both feet flexed here. And then bring that left leg in, hug both knees into the chest. And then keep that left knee in, extend the right leg. And then hug the right knee in, both knees hugged in. Just take some circles with the ankles. And then take them the other way. And then point and flex the feet. Just getting a little movement in the ankles. And then take the legs straight out onto the mat, arms by the sides. On the next inhale, take the arms out in front of you and up overhead. Palms will face each other, thumbs come down to the floor behind you. Exhale, bring the arms down by the sides. Keep the feet flexed here. Let's have active legs. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, lower them down. And inhale up one last time and hold the arms here. And just notice the position of the body here. If the back is starting to lift, see if you can press it back into the mat, draw the belly in, and extend the tailbone towards the heels. Or you can also think of lifting the hip bones up to the low ribs. And this position here is basically our Tadasana position, shoulders to feet when we're standing, but it's easier to feel the alignment when the floor is supporting you. So remember how this feels, and then bring the arms back down by the sides. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the mat, and take the feet out as wide as the mat. So they'll be at the edge of the mat. Bring the arms to a T. Take an inhale. Exhale, keep the feet where they are. Take the knees to the right. a little twist. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. And then hug the knees into the chest. Roll off to your right side. And use your left palm to press yourself up to seated. And then come into tabletop position. So in tabletop, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, tops of feet press into the mat. On the next inhale, straighten the right leg, keep the ball of the foot plugged into the mat here. Just getting a stretch in the back of the right leg, and think of pressing evenly into both hands and keeping the shoulders and the hips parallel to the mat. Lifting the belly, extending the tailbone. So you're already working the core here. And bring that leg back to table, extend the left leg. And if you want to learn a little more about how to engage the core through this and some other poses, I have a series, a 30-day series called Alignment for Core Strength. And they're just short videos, less than 5 minutes. So if you're new, that might be something that you want to check out. And then bring that leg back to table. On the next inhale, bring the right leg up so it's parallel to the mat. Press that heel towards the wall behind you. Equal weight in both hands. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Keep pushing through that heel. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left. And exhale, lower. Then sit the hips to the heels, child's pose. Big toes are together. Knees can be together or apart. Forehead to the mat, arms extend. And this is a resting pose. If at any point you just need a little break, come here, take a couple breaths. You could pause the video or not, and then come back. Inhale up to table, tuck the toes, lift the hips for down dog. And then walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, half sun salute. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, long spine, pull the chest forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, keep lifting the belly. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands to heart center, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, lower the knees down. Bring the hips forward, keep lifting the belly, and then hug the elbows in towards the torso, come all the way down to the belly. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders, get length to lift for cobra. Exhale, push up through table, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Last inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, step or hop to the front of the mat. You can take baby steps or one big step. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into the feet, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, this time plant the hands, take the right foot back for a lunge, and then drop the back knee, untuck the toes. And here, check in with your front knee. There's a tendency for new people to let that knee come past the ankle. Do you see that? If that's happening, bring the foot forward, keep that knee directly over the ankle. It helps protect the knee. The other thing is, if you have yoga blocks, you could bring your hands to those blocks. It might feel a little less intense if you're new. If you don't have blocks, you could bring them to blankets or folded towels, just something to lift the floor up to your hands. Once here, inhale, straighten the front leg, take the hips back over the knee. Flex the foot. Exhale, bend back into it, keep pulling the chest forward, long spine. Inhale, straighten the leg, draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten last time. Exhale, bend, tuck the back toe, lift the knee, bring the right foot up to the left foot, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, bring the left foot back for the lunge, drop the back knee, untuck the toes, check your front knee. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, bend, keep pulling the chest forward. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, right hip back, left hip forward. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend, plant the hands, tuck the back toe, lift the knee. Bring the back foot up to the front foot, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, right foot back for the lunge. Stay on the ball of the back foot this time. Check in with the knee. And then inhale, straighten that knee. Exhale, bend. Again, hands could be on blocks or blankets. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, spread through the collarbones. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, bring the right foot up to the left foot, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, take the left foot back for the lunge. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, right hip back. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, last one. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend, bring the left foot up to the right foot, forward fold. Drop the head. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach through the fingertips, soften the shoulders. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, take the right foot back again for the lunge. You can keep the hands down if you feel more steady right now. That's okay. If you want to try crescent, press into the feet, firm the outer hips in, and very slowly bring the arms and the chest up. You can take a little mini bend in that back leg if it doesn't feel good on your low back, and bring the hip bones up to the low ribs. It'll keep you from dumping in that low back, which is a really risky area. So take one more inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot. Bring the right foot to the left foot, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, take the left foot back. Again, you can keep the hands down if you want. Or inhale, press into the feet, nice and slowly come up. Keep lifting the hip bones up, tailbone down. Draw the shoulder blades down the back towards the waist. One more inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, bring the back foot up to the front foot, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, close the eyes. Notice how you feel here. Notice your breath. Maybe it's become a little quicker. Especially if you're new and you're trying to figure out what you're doing with your body, that's okay. But over time, you try to maintain the slow breath the whole time. So use this pose right here to regain your slow, steady breath. Now, setting up for a standing balance pose, go ahead and bring your feet hips distance apart and bring your hands to your hips. And if you're new to this, you may want to come up next to a wall just to have a little something to keep your balance if you think you might need it. And then bend the knees, put weight into the left foot as you lift the right foot up. Then cross that right thigh over the left thigh. You can keep the ball of the foot planted on the mat. This is a good place to start if you're new. You could lift the foot up, hold here, or you could wrap the foot around the standing leg. You have to sit back further in order to do that. So 3 leg options, your choice. You can stay with the hands on the hips. If you want to try the arms, inhale, bring the arms up to a T. Exhale, left arm over right arm. So a couple choices here. Backs of hands together. You can keep wrapping, bring the palms together, or give yourself a hug. If you're taking the full wrap option, notice my elbows. There's this tendency to do this and to hunch over. So keep lifting the chest and then lift the elbows up, soften the shoulders. Find a point on which to focus your gaze. And then try and breathe. I notice people tend to hold their breath in standing poses because there's so much to consider, but it kind of makes you rigid. So if you breathe, it kind of softens everything and it helps you to balance. Slowly unwind the arms, hands to hips. Unwind the legs, bring the foot down, and then take the arms by the sides, take a couple shoulder rolls, couple deep breaths. I find that even though there's a lot happening in this pose, that people really tend to like it and think it's kind of fun. So bring the feet hips distance apart again, hands to hips, bend the knees. Put weight into the right foot as you lift the left foot, cross the thigh over, and again, the ball of the foot can be down, lifted, or wrapped. And if you feel good here, take your time. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, right arm over left arm. Backs of hands together, palms together, or hug. Soft, steady breath. Try and relax your muscles. And then unwind the arms, hands to hips. Unwind the legs, bring the foot down to the mat. Bring the arms by the sides. Take a couple shoulder rolls, couple deep breaths. And then come back to Tadasana at the front of the mat. So big toes touch, edges of feet, outer edges of feet parallel to the mat. Press into all 4 corners of the feet as you lift the chest and the head up. Fingers extend down to the mat. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step straight back, downward facing dog. And then drop the knees, sit the hips back, child's pose, couple breaths. And then walk the hands to the knees, lift the chest, cross over the shins to come back to seated. And bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees splay out wide. This is called Baddha Konasana. This may be enough of a stretch right here, so you can stay here, or you can try folding forward. So inhale, lift the chest up. And exhale, think of someone pulling a string from your chest. Come forward, long spine. What I see a lot of times is people want to bring the nose to the feet. You see how my back rounds? For me, I feel like that's a lot of pressure on my back, and then I don't feel a stretch in my hips. So if I keep the spine long, I'm really hinging from the hips, and I start to feel it in that area. So it's not about what the pose looks like, it's about how it feels in your body. And over time, it may start to look different. Inhale, long spine, come all the way up. Just take a comfortable cross-leg position. This is called Sukhasana, shins cross at the center. And inhale, bring the arms up by the ears. Exhale, twist to the right. Keep lifting the chest as you twist. Right fingertips to the mat behind you, left hand to the outside of the thigh. Inhale, come up, lift the arms. Exhale, other side. Inhale, come up, lift the arms. Exhale, bring them down by the side. And then come up to the top of the mat, bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Extend the arms out, lift the chest on the inhale. And exhale, very slowly roll down. Hug the knees into the chest and rock from side to side. And then come back to stillness in the center. Inhale, lift the forehead to the knees, give yourself a squeeze. Exhale, lower the head down. Extend the legs out straight for Shavasana, just like we started. Palms up, eyes closed. Notice how you feel after the practice physically. Notice how your breath feels. Notice the quality of your thoughts, the state of your mind. And in these final moments of class, just let yourself relax and be still. You're welcome to stay here as long as you want. Maybe you pause the video. Otherwise, start to deepen your breath. And wiggle your fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and wrists. Reach the arms up overhead, stretch from fingertips to toes. And roll off to the right side, pause there. Press into the left palm, come up to a comfortable seated position again. Eyes closed, hands at heart center. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.